Kom op, kom op, kom op. Come up, come up, come up, come up, come up, guys. This is not a long life. It's just some breaking news I have for you. Come up, come up, come up, Patriots. Come up, come up, come up. It's going to be a quick live. I need to just share some breaking news before my day starts. Today is a busy day. Lloyd de Vries, Bronwyn Erasmus, Chantel Shans Jones, Gail Carolus, Maxine, Cassandra, Veronica Thompson-Peters, Sharon Janari, Vanessa Hood, Ryan Neil Snyman, Britt, Kirsty Terblanche, Chantel Shani Coulter, Caroline Attis, Tanya Pialowens, Opperman, Morre, Esther Fourie, Aris Lee Peterson, Sean Duplessis, Salute Sean, Vanessa Jacobs, Aaron Pleitjes, Victor van der Merwe, my day, right, so I was like Aaron Pleitjes, Victor van der Merwe, Dwayne Johannes, Patrice Toltenkamp, Waldine, Bernice Boysen, Tracy Nicolai, Prophet Donovan, the Don Mini, Farah Easterday, Men of War. You know, those guys, they went beyond the call of duty in this election for the Patriotic Alliance. We really, 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 really have to show them how appreciative we are of them. Brendan Boysen, Jason van der Merwe, Nicole Sneeze, Kevin Sokkel, Arnel Olifant, Nicolette Berda, Marianne de Meyer, Vince Blichtnout, GTG Duarte, thank you Bishop, Clement Peterson, Stanley Holmes, Felicity Benjamin, Hugo Jones, Edwin Herendien, Dwayne Frey, Elzaan Peterson, Peter Thomas, Natasha van der Westhuizen, Laken Joseph, Johan Jeneke, Sydney W. Anthony, Zone Xtien, Enthia, Michelle Johnson, Shemaine Jason, Nicole Damons, Wendy Jagers, Renata Benjamin, thank you, Che. Justy! Sy skuld my, ek het die tande gekoop, ek soek my geld, Justy. Used to promise the people when we weren't going to give them false teeth, so I had to do it. Crazy crowds. Justy. Stella Bakes, Patrick Campbell, Dwayne Johannes, Marisa Charlotte, Julia Marais English, Maxwell Peterson. We start on 1,000. Glendray Daniela. Life with CJ. Elvis Groenewald. Donique in Hamilton. Marisa Charlotte Padarath. Donovan Clement West. Leader of the youth, Devonay Reiners. Sian Vernice, ek soek net een tandpres. Dat is een swart hier is. Shane Stapleton, Carmen Pillay. Die is die trouble met tande. Vraag vir Eddie Lalo, hoe soek die mense hulle tande by my? Oor ek gaan. Papi Kale, Nicole Williams, Ricardo Bienas. Peter Lee Zacchaeus, Faisal B. Porter, ex-prisoner Faisal B. Ex-con, but did Faisal B. Porter. Claudine Verlander, William Norris. We used to say China, tanden van China georder. Als je koud, als je slikken, dan gaan die tanden samen. Lucinda Kleinsmit, Elzaan Peterson, Fabian Flores, Peter Lee Zacchaeus, Vivian Hofman, Heidi van der Merwe, vertel hem Marco, belofte Max Kult, Rowena Sanderson, Nicole Williams, Peter Lee Zacchaeus, Garth Bok. Chantel says it like that. You guys can. Joseph Diana Kreeling. President Winaf Ontong. I'll be in Bloem on the 16th of June, Youth Day. I've been deployed to Bloemfontein on Youth Day. Guys, let's start. I don't have much time. There's important things. I hope you've got, I'm going to try to explain some stuff here. I'm going to try to explain some stuff. Let me just get it. So that you, if you don't understand, this also, it doesn't make you stupid, but it's also it's also difficult. Politics is very difficult, and the majority of the people that voted for the PA has been excluded from political discourse and had no interest in it. So one of the greatest things of the Patriotic Alliance is that we're bringing people to politics that gave up on politics. So there's a lot of terminologies, there's a lot of stuff that you're going to learn in the next 2 weeks. There's a lot of good things you're going to learn in the next 2 weeks regarding politics and bad. So I want to start with just telling you, last night I was tired. I made a mistake when I explained something to you, and I looked at the live again. I realized I made a mistake. The president get chosen with a simple majority. Not with 200 plus 1. It was a mistake. It's a simple majority. What is a simple majority? Most things in politics go with 50 plus 1. Most things in politics go with 50 plus 1. So you have to have 50% plus 1. But to choose the president in the next 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks, we're going to need a simple majority, which means whoever gets the most will become president of this country. So it's a lot of horse trading. So I want to start there. I want to tell you what has happened here, so that you know. Let me start I will end up with what's happening in the Western Cape with the votes. But let me start with the main thing that you must understand. It's important I tell you this before I'm going to tell the world. Guys, if you can remember, I kept on telling you guys how popular Zuma is. If anybody can remember that, and if you think I'm lying, go back and see. I've been telling people that. I even stuck my neck out and I said he's more popular than Nelson Mandela. If you can remember that. Then I also told you that I wrote a book called Kill Zuma by Any Means Necessary. Now, why am I telling you these things? I'm telling you these things because there's a group of billionaires in this country. And now you have to listen very carefully. There's a group of billionaires in this country that hate Zuma. But they don't just hate him for him to disappear. They hate him and they want him to publicly hang for a lack of a better description. You must listen very nicely what I'm saying. They want to finish him. They want to demolish him. They want to humiliate him. Zuma left. He went to Nkandla. He was done with politics. He resigned on his own accord. Zuma resigned. Zuma resigned one. He did two things, which is very important that you must know. Zuma resigned as the president of this country when they pushed him. Secondly, when the people in KZN said Zuma must not give himself over to the police to go to jail, he gave himself over to the police. That saved a lot of lives because people were willing to die with a standoff with the police that night. So people, I want you to follow what I'm going to say because I'm going to tell you the most important thing in this election that's about to happen now. So when Zuma resigned, it was the end of Zuma. But no, they were not happy. They were not happy. They wanted to go and get Zuma and put him in jail again. Zuma went for the same thing to jail that Koos Becker refused to appear before the commission. Long story short, what am I trying to say to you? Now Zuma is now back. Zuma's back with a bang. Whether you like it or not, this is democracy. Some people don't like the fact that PA is back with a bang. Some people don't like that Zuma's back with a bang. Some people don't like that. Whatever you think about Gayton McKenzie, Zuma, Helen Zille, John Steenhuisen, whatever, it's democracy. People choose who they want in power. Now here's where it gets dangerous for this country. Here is where it gets very dangerous for South Africa. The business, once again, business wants a DA-ANC coalition. The reason why they want the DA-ANC coalition is because they don't want Zuma to be part of this government. The Zulu people, half of our army is Zulu. Half of our police force is Zulu. The Zulu people stood behind Zuma. They got 45% of the vote in KZN. I hope you guys still follow me. Now, if you're going to exclude Zuma from anything in this country, be prepared for anything. What am I saying? I'm not saying it should be excluded. It should be included. I am saying business should release the money they are all sitting with in order for children, for people to have jobs in South Africa. Part of the reason why there's joblessness is because the cash piles of business, they are stashing their cash piles. They don't want to release the money back in the economy that they make from the economy. So a lot of companies are sitting with huge stock, huge cash. When that cash gets released back, there will be jobs for people. There's no jobs for people at the moment because they are waiting to see they are waiting to see what is the outcome of the election. So, business wants the DA-ANC coalition. Business is once again interfering in something that they should not interfere in. Now, you see, arrogance helps no one. We can all be arrogant and say, no, to hell with them. Listen, when the riots happened in 3 days in KZN, people died. Now, don't come here in this life with your arrogance and say, to hell with Zuma. This is not just about Zuma. We love South Africa. This is about South Africa. Now, let me tell you what has Zuma done as a plan B. In the city of Joburg and Ekurhuleni, they have 71 councillors in eThekwini. Now, this is where you should listen. In the city of Joburg, Ekurhuleni, eThekwini, they have 71 councillors that wants to join MK. You're hearing it here for the first time. Now, the deal between the ANC and the DA is based on the metros as part of it. So once they form a coalition, Zuma is going to unleash those councillors to resign. Those metros are then going to collapse, which will be the foundation of the deal between the DA and the ANC. Helen Zille and them think they have a deal. They don't know what they have. Zuma has made provision for the DA-ANC coalition. 30% of ANC guys will leave the ANC. And then Zuma will come back stronger than what he is at the moment. So my advice to every billionaire in this country, just stay the hell out of matters. And don't try to force matters to safeguard your profits or to alleviate your fears of what should happen in this country. Rather release the money so people can get jobs. I'm not these political leaders that you guys fund that must now say nothing, but they can see what you are doing. You are involved. You want to impose John Steenhuisen as a deputy president of this country. Do you really think 45% that Zuma got in KZN, those people will just fold their hands? Do you think 30% of the ANC will go with the DA? You go on here, you pump. I want to expose your lie about the DA here on this life. You're underestimating Zuma. You're undermining a man that is smart. He's a chess master. So all I want, already MK came out and they said elections is not free and fair. Now this is, and Patriots, are you still with me? Are you still? Zuma will come back stronger. There's 4 parts. I'm now still at part 1. What you are doing, you think you're destroying Zuma by bringing Helen Zille and the ANC together. But you're making Zuma stronger because ANC guys are going to go to Zuma. Some guys in the EFF will go to Zuma. You make Zuma another victim. So I want to ask business, let democracy unveil itself. Let it play out. Don't try to come with your tricks here. I see what you're doing. The other people can see, but because you funded them, they can't talk. Now you guys that's busy trying to influence how things must be, you didn't fund me. So that's the first part that you must know. President Zuma is sitting at his house and he's wishing and praying for the DA and ANC to form a coalition. That makes him powerful beyond description. I don't agree with what President Zuma wants to do when he takes over. President Zuma is clear, and it is right. I don't agree that pregnant girls should be taken to Robben Island. I don't agree with his stance on gay people. I don't agree with his stance on property rights, expropriation without compensation. I don't agree with President Zuma. I think some of the things he's proposing, like for instance, land must come back totally without compensation. Now let's start there. When land comes back, it's fine. I also want our people to get the land, but we are saying the world has moved on. You can't expropriate without compensation. Once you expropriate without compensation, you have no country left. It's all nice making a noise, but you must understand how FDI works. FDI is foreign direct investment. How FDI works, nobody will invest in a country where they can buy land or a building today and tomorrow the state can just take it. Now, it's all fine. You see, when you are a leader, you must not just say things people want to hear. Some of you just want to hear, we're going to take the land. And then, after taking the land, I would like to take the land. But as a leader, I must put the country first before I put my emotions first. Expropriation without compensation will take this country into a recession that we are not willing. I'm telling you today, the international world will deal with us. Now, what should happen? I'm saying expropriate the land, but let's compensate the owners of the land. That's what I'm saying. Expropriate the land, but pay them for the land, fair market value. I saw land, Kesdi now saying he doesn't want land, he doesn't want a farm. Farmland is but a small piece of expropriation of land. There's something called surface rights. Let's take my mine. My mine is on, one of my mines is on community land. And I pay that community money every month by virtue of being on the land. So land is not just farming or agriculture. Land is development for property. Land is, what is this profitable business? Hunting. Patriots, leave this SABC and E-News that says they're waiting for me. What is important for me, it is to speak to patriots and not to speak to the media. The media didn't vote for me to be this far. The media didn't vote for me. They can wait. I don't care. I care about the people that put me into this position. So I'm going to talk to patriots before I speak to anybody else. So even if they say, no, we're waiting for Clayton McKenzie, they can wait until they blue in the face. I don't care. I'm speaking to the people that defended me. I'm speaking to the people that was there when they wrote nonsense about me. When they called me a criminal, when they called me all those names, you are the guys that defended me. So let everybody wait. I'm talking to patriots. You get the Khoisan that needs the land back. But that land will mean nothing if there's no foreign direct investment coming in, when there's no investment coming in. When, as a leader, you should not be arrogant. So I'm coming back to the Zuma factor. I wanted to come with this, why I disagree with President Zuma. Our policies, I love President Zuma on a personal level, but our policies are night and day. He wants to take pregnant children to Robben Island. He's against gay, LGBTQI rights and whatever. I respect everybody. And my respect doesn't differentiate if you're gay or if you're straight. Now, Patriots leadership is about putting your country first. Now, the business is now trying to force the DA and ANC. So let's go to the DA and ANC before I come to the vote rigging. You see, they want to protect their interests as business. Now I'm going to make you two examples. How come that we are the richest country in minerals, but we've got the highest unemployment rate? It's because of business and government not wanting to have a win-win situation for both. Business has been winning, and I'll show you why I'm saying that. During apartheid, let's use Cuba as an example. In Cuba, they had what they call, under the president, his name was Batista. Under President Batista, they had the sugar barons. They were billionaires. The sugar barons under the leadership of President Batista. Fidel Castro then formed the army, and they had guerrilla warfare. They took over the country. And when Fidel Castro became president, 5 years after Fidel Castro became president, there were no sugar barons left, billionaire sugar barons. Because the economy transformed with the leadership of Cuba. And that's how it should be. The economy should transform with the leadership of the new party. Batista, billionaire people then just disappeared, whatever. And people then got the sugar fields and whatever. South Africa, no Afrikaner, there was no Afrikaner dollar billionaires during apartheid. There was no Afrikaner dollar billionaires during apartheid. After apartheid, there's $14 billionaires now. Afrikaner dollar billionaires. So democracy has been good to the money class, but very bad for the people on the street. They pay 18, we're sitting on 60 million South Africans in this country. A third of them, 18 million of them, get 350 rands a month. We are not a welfare state. What they are trying to do to you, and you guys don't see, they are giving you 350 every month while they become billionaires. South Africa needs a leader. And I'm in the race now for presidency, the way this vote is going. South Africa needs a leader that's going to encourage foreign direct investment, that's going to encourage property rights, that's going to encourage investment in the country, that's going to encourage white, black, Indian, colored, and think to be one nation under God, that's going to encourage law and order, that's going to make business feel safe. But business must not exploit South Africans, which is happening at the moment, which people don't want to admit. How come that people sit with so much cash? People are taking cash out. Anglo-American is allowed to go out of this country and make their head office outside. People are taking their money, making their head offices outside, while the minerals are residing in SA, underground. South Africa is rich enough for all of you to become millionaires. Trust me. We are at that moment now. What the Zuma factor has helped us was one thing, politically. Zuma stopped an ANC and DA plan that was in motion. We're just going to continue. ANC and DA, we're just going to continue working together. Nothing will change. Then Zuma came in. My point I'm trying to raise, and I don't want to jump, I want to come back on track. We are now at the stage, at a crucial stage, where we as South Africans can rebuild this country. How? By unplugging the ANC from power. DA, PA, ANC, EFF, everybody must first unplug the ANC from power. Once the ANC is unplugged from power, then all their friends that got jobs, everybody must now go home. Then we have what we rebuild, we have a grand coalition, where we put the country first, and all our hard issues we have, we first rebuild this country. But the DA is hell-bent on saving the ANC, while they told the people in the Western Cape, I want to work with the ANC. I'm on this live now saying I don't want to work with the ANC. You've been lied to. The time has arrived now for the ANC to be taken out of power. The DA that took out adverts, the failed DA, is the one now. Now they say the DA did well. It's a lie. Gayton can lie, Helen can lie, but numbers never lie. What the DA got in 2012, 2011, they got the same amount this time. They're not growing. The fact that the ANC lost 11% and the DA didn't gain it, tell you that don't believe the lie the DA is doing good. The biggest opposition didn't pick up the votes from the ruling party that they lost. They're now going to fight me with the courts. They're going to fight me with all they might. But I am ready. Believe me. But the truth must be told. You guys are pushing us into civil war. And my job is to make sure we don't go into civil war. Leave your obsession with hating Zuma, wanting to hang him in public. The majority of the people in KZN said we want Zuma. In Gauteng, you said it's only KZN, but in Gauteng now, he's showing you guys flames. Today you might think, no, but the president is wrong. But when people lose their lives, when people riot, when highways get closed, you will want to revisit what I'm saying. I'm enemy number one now because I'm not going to be part of this nonsense. I'm not going to be part of nonsense that keep our people poor. I was voted for by poor people, mostly. And I'm not going to be part of something where the status quo will remain. And respectfully, if you don't know what the status quo is, it's where things don't change. Where things don't change. I can't be part of that. People trusted us with their votes for change. I'm going to call President Zuma tonight. I want you to know. And I'm going to go see him. And I'm going to try to be the adult in the room. And say, let us fix South Africa. Let us fix South Africa. We have a chance here to fix South Africa. But what business must not be given such power. Business should not be given such power where they now want to decide who's the president, who's the deputy president. Business doesn't care as they should for this country, because why is it that business are hiring illegal foreigners? Why is it that business in the fishing industry, they're hiring illegal foreigners? In the service industries, they're hiring illegal foreigners. So they don't care about locals, but I care, let me tell you, and I'm going to fight you with everything in me. Underestimate me at your own peril. But we can't have people still getting welfare in such a rich state. Yes. Hulle verstaan nie wat die mense met hulle doen nie. I'm saying to you as a beneficiary of mining, what they're doing to you is not right. If everybody in Norway only has oil, Norway only has oil. I'm trying to teach you, man. You know, it's hard for me. Particularly when Norway only has oil. And they nationalized the oil industry in Norway for the people. And if everybody that lives in Norway today cash in their shares from the Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund, everybody will walk around with around 6 million rand. Now, we have not just oil. We've got oil, gold, diamonds, ocean economy. We've got iron ore, we've got manganese, we've got coal, we've got silver, we've got copper, we've got chrome. How do I form part of anything that's still going to leave you at the same position in 5 years? You're not getting any younger. You live in a rich country, but you're not going to get the benefits. My kids have gotten the benefits. I got the benefits. But my benefits means nothing if you don't get the benefits. I want you guys to get where I'm going at. Guys, you live in a wealthy country to be getting 350 a month. Some of you are not getting any younger. Some of us are not getting any younger. Some of us might not even be here in 5 years. When are you going to... It breaks my heart, man. It breaks my heart that colored people were standing in queues until 12 o'clock to vote for the DA in the Western Cape. Because they live in a middle-class area, forgetting how the other colored brothers and sisters live. You're like a Nando's chicken that's voting for Nando's. So I just need you guys to say, I've declared war against injustice. And a coalition we will be part of in PA. It will be a coalition that gives people some power. Every business person that is honest, any business person that's honest, you know what they're doing to the people of South Africa is not right. You can't buy me. You know what they're doing to the people. How do people still get 350? People don't have jobs. They want to work. You know it's wrong for illegal foreigners to work here, but you're calling me a xenophobe. You know it's wrong for children not to get places in university while there's illegal foreigners getting places in university. You know it's wrong for the people of this country to be jobless. How can Zimbabwe, Burkina Faso, those places, Uganda, those people, they give more jobs than us, percentage-wise. So I just want to say to all the political leaders, let us leave. I don't like John Steenhuisen and Helen Zille and them, but this is not a time for me to bring my feelings. I must now look at what's best for the country. If we have to form a coalition with the DA for the best of the country, we shall. If we have to form a coalition with MK, even if we have to form a coalition with anybody for the betterment of this country, we must put South Africa first now. It can't be. You know, there's this one of my security guards in security team, Habibi, who were walking in Clifton. And while we were walking, I was doing this. So I asked him, what's wrong? He says, hey, Press. And I could see visibly on his face, this boy is hurt. He says, Press, you know where I'm from El Dorado Park. I said, I know. He says, look at how people are running here in Clifton. My Press lives. But these people are running here for fun. When you see people running in El Dorado Park, you know it's trouble. Why is it that we must live like this? We had a chance to fix that yesterday, Wednesday, but we didn't fix it. We would have been down and out if it wasn't for the people of the PA. We would have been down and out if it wasn't for the people of the PA. You are the reason why we are still having a voice. Let's leave this thing of white, black, Indian, colored, whatever. That's not going to take us forward. Let us stop discriminating against people. Let us hold hands as one race. Stop reminding white people what they did wrong. Not even them. But what their grandparents have done wrong. Stop saying black people are having a nice life. It's black leaders. I will work with Malema if it means we're resetting this country. And not all business are bad. I know of business guys that pay tax. And I know of business guys that find a way not to pay tax. And some business just want stability. But there's some that want to become dollar billionaires overseas and be on the top 100 overseas, the richest people in the world at our expense. We can't allow that. We are now at the stage, let me make you an example I thought about last night. What example I can make you? If there's 10 enemies on an island, They're stuck on an island and we don't like each other. There's 10 of us. And we live on an island and 2 lions rock up on that island. Or 1 lion rock up on the island. And he wants to kill all 10 of us. And we don't speak to each other. It is in all our interest to fight that lion. You can't say, oh, it's biting my enemy, because after your enemy is coming for you, and after this one is coming for you. That is where we are in South Africa at the moment. We need to fight the lions that wants to destroy us. We need to fight for South Africa. South Africa is the island. I'm saying to you, the DA is hell-bent and they can't deny it. Now when they see what Zuma is planning, his plan B, he's sitting there, I'm sure he's sitting like this saying, ha, 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 let them go together. Then the DA is going to say, oh, we never wanted to go with the ANC, it's just stories. No. Let them say with their chest they don't want to go with the ANC. Let them say it with their chest. They can't. Ons moet ons Suid-Afrika beskerm. There's people that don't like Gayton McKenzie, and it's their right not to like me in other parties. There's people Gayton McKenzie doesn't like in other parties. It is my right. Now is not the time. Now is the time to love South Africa. So, I want to say to you before I come to the Western Cape thing. Today, I'm going to meet with leaders there at the ROC Center. I'll be there at 1:30 at the Rock. Obviously, some of them will approach me and say, can we talk? I want them to know that any talk I would have as the leader of the PA must be a talk that puts South Africa first. Patriots, after 2 weeks, when people go to Parliament, I think we'll have a minimum of 9 people in that Parliament. After they go in, we must now prepare for 2026. That is our last savior. In preparation for 2029. But we need a certain type of patriot to lead. We don't want leaders that's arrogant. We don't want leaders that's rude. We don't want leaders that look down on people. But they bring in no numbers. And even if you bring numbers, if you're rude, arrogant, obnoxious, PA is not for you. PA is not for you. We're going to rebuild. We're going to choose the right councillors for 2024, 2026. We must invest in our young people to teach them that they must not be bought with money tomorrow when they're in power. But we need young people that's teachable, not these ones that think they know everything. We don't need such young people. They debate for the sake of debate instead of being teachable. The difference between a fool and a wise man. A fool knows everything. A wise man knows he doesn't know everything. That's the difference between. But I don't think words exist to explain how grateful I am that I still have a voice this morning that you gave me. Without that voice that you gave me, I would have been in shame sitting here at my house. I would have been sitting at the house here, not even wanting to show my face. Yesterday I went to Woolies to go buy chicken. Yo, the people were like saying, yo, we voted for you, thank you, we're so happy for you. Now imagine, I get praised so much because of your work. Many mistakes were made by the PA in this election, but we learn. The biggest mistake the PA made in this election is that we have around more than 200 to 300,000 people that were turned away because they were voting at the wrong station. They said, no, you're not registered here. You're not registered here. We should have checked those things. But you must never, as a member of a PA, you must never let them tell you what you've achieved is insignificant. What you've achieved, it is beyond significant. But you must never make that mistake that I see some of you already making. Blamestorming. There's brainstorming, and there's blame-storming. Brainstorming is, where did we go wrong? Let's fix that. Blamestorming is, oh, you're the one, this one we didn't get votes in Mpumalanga because of this one. Don't do that. That's the quickest way to destroy the whole organization. Brainstorming is what we did with the Secretary General and Leader Mary and Leader Charles and them in 2014. When we got so little votes, when we got no seats, we didn't blame people. We brainstormed. Today, look at us. We got 6,000 votes in 2019. 7,000 votes, I think, in 2019. In 2024, the last time I checked now, we won 315,000 votes. It is the result of brainstorming and not blame-storming. We have done so well. But we cannot do better. Our biggest mistake in this election was changing addresses. We failed our people that went to the voting station because leaders in the areas didn't check each and every address of each and every voter. You must always try to improve yourself instead of looking to blame people. Go check everybody that talks about me on Facebook every day. What do they own? Nothing. Don't have houses, don't have cars, don't even have a job, some of them. Because they're more invested in Gayton McKenzie, there's houses, cars, and everything. It's life. Than they are in improving their own life. We must not. And one thing you guys must know, and I see a lot of PA leaders don't know that. There's a difference between, I'm a very strict leader, and you know. But I've got empathy. I'm strict. But I have love for the people. Some of you think rudeness is being strict. That's not being strict. PA leaders, you're rude. There's nothing to describe you as. You're not ongoskak. You're rude. Some of you are the reason why people don't want to join us, because you're just rude. You have no love for people. You have no empathy for people. You keep yourself positions, maak sommige van ons mal. We have a chance to fix that now. Don't be arrogant. Be humble. You know, every place, and Cleo can play that videos, I just told her not to post them. Every place I went to, people ran to me. Ask Cleo, she was there recording everything. People ran to me. They love me because they know I love them back, and they know I'm genuine, and they know I've got humility, and they know I respect them, and they know I'm willing to die for them. So some of you think you've achieved. You even make posts about each other on Facebook. Not about the ANC, not about the DA. You make posts about PA people. You don't put a name, but we can see you talk about PA people. You make WhatsApp statuses. The DA is using some of your WhatsApp statuses against us. So where we are going, we need humble people. I'm your leader. Emulate how I relate to people. Because arrogance will take you nowhere. There's councillors in the PA. You see, when you say you don't blame, that doesn't mean, listen very nicely, when you say you don't blame people, doesn't mean there's no consequence management. Consequence management. There should be. Otherwise the organization will die. How come you are a councillor and people didn't vote for us there? We have to remove you. That is consequence management. It shows that the people are unhappy with you there. It shows you didn't service the people accordingly. As a councillor, people should love you. You should be there for the people. As a leader, when the people have a problem, you have to be there. And that's the type of leaders we want. On a Saturday, we must know they're at the funeral of somebody in the community. Some of you have just treated the PA people like rubbish. And don't make a mistake. You think the people are following you. No, they're following me. Because you in the area, you see lots of people coming. You think they're there for you. They're not there for you. They believe in the vision that I present. That's why people, when I rock up and I don't come, people get angry because they want to see me because they know I love them. So all structures shall be disbanded in 2 weeks. And we are rebuilding this party when people go into parliament. We are rebuilding a better party. Not somebody that goes on Facebook when they're angry against the PA. Not somebody that goes and be racist towards people. Not somebody that talk worse when the party gets criticized, then they are part of the conversation. We can't have that. We need to prepare for 2026 now. And you can't have a leader, your phone is off. When I call when people complain, I said, give me the number. Then I call the number, your phone is off. How will the community get a hold of you? It's very nice here on Facebook to criticize people that left the PA. It's very nice. You criticize the people. But some of you are the reason why those people left. They still love the PA. But your mannerism is the reason why those people left us. And I hope they'll come back with a new PA. I hope those people will come back because some of you has an attitude problem. You just rude. You obnoxious. You have no love for people. And let me tell you the last thing on this matter. In politics, you don't need to be educated. You don't need to have a vast knowledge of things. You just need to love children, love people, including children. You need to love people. You can't be in politics and don't like people. Your neus opruk. Jy ruk jou neus op vir mense. Somebody asks you a simple question, when is the next meeting? You just ignore them. And some of you, it's not that you're bad people. You just need to be taught. We're going to workshop you. No person must be deleted from a WhatsApp group because you disagree with that person. Unless you give reasons that if you do this again, we'll delete you because you can't say 1, 2, 3, and this is our reason. Let the group be part of group. People just see people being deleted. You delete a husband, but you leave his wife there. You're causing trouble in their house. Guys, if you can't be humble, do you know the DSG said something to me? They said they were going out with me. The only night I told my bodyguards and the DSG, they said, Press, tomorrow you are staying behind. We were in National, we were hungry. And I said, guys, guess what? Let's go out tonight. We're going to sit and have a good time. We're going to eat at the restaurant. We got to the restaurant was full. The people there at that restaurant in Naisna, I'm trying to get the name now. Then put tables together. Ek is seker hulle het sommer die ander tafel gaan haal agter for us to sit. And when we sat down to eat, I couldn't eat. People took pictures with me, the staff, the chefs at the back, the security. Now my bodyguards had to stand up and they said, Ons kom nie weer uit by jou nie. And I want you guys to we're going to go and get the youth. Because they didn't come out in the numbers. So we will have Facebook Lives, we'll have TikTok Lives going forward. From Monday, we'll have TikTok Lives. We'll have Facebook Lives where we're going to talk about issues. So get yourself a TikTok account also. Actually, but I want to preserve a special thank you for this election. For the parties that said they're going to stand by us, and they stood by us. They told their voters to vote for the PA. For those parties, I want to say thank you. And guys, let me tell you something. This thing of thinking you're the only one with bright ideas is wrong. Have you guys ever thought, some of these councillors, I look at you, what happens to you after 2026? You think you stand as independent? You think you're going to go to another party? 17, now 19 councillors of the ANC. Not councillors, sorry. You know, 19 members of parliament of the ANC will be without a job now. You guys are fighting fights that's not necessary. I saw in El Rado Park. You guys are fighting people that they reach their sell-by date in politics instead of concentrating on the people. You guys are busy with the people of Aldos complain and they see us fighting and people don't like those type of stuff. But we have a chance to come and fix that now. The same, we have a chance to fix that now. We are going for a by-election in Beaufort West now. Sometimes we send some of you to go to a by-election. You cause more damage there by drinking alcohol there, breaking stuff there, talking to the locals like they're nothing. So you build with the left hand and you break down with the right hand. It happened at more than one occasion. So we need to build a new team that will work in by-elections. Some of us, even the person asks a question, you're already irritated. You're already irritated. Before the person asks the question like, and the worst thing I've seen in the PA, this is the worst one. I find it, nothing pisses me off. Like if somebody talks and you talk in over that person. I hate that thing. I hate it when people speak and you don't let the person finish speaking. Let the person finish because you're already saying that person, you praat nonsense. Ek wil nie verder worry. We don't want rude leaders, young people that's rude. We don't want that. Because you're already showing us you can't lead the party if you are rude. Nobody that's rude can lead the PA ever. You must be taught. You must be humble. But jy's ongeskik van julle. Jy kan niks gesê word. Jy's arrogant. You know everything. The mistake that you must never make is to think that you're bigger than the PA. Listen. Don't be arrogant. Lastly, so we're going to fix these things. So I'm just telling you, we're going to fix these things. I saw some of you people want t-shirts, but you 10 kinders at t-shirts, but even layers at the t-shirts because they are close to you. I'll personally come to El Rado Park. I'll personally rebuild El Rado Park because we lost great support in El Rado Park. I'm going to El Rado Park because those people put their faith in me. It can't be if we start losing support in El Rado Park, where we got such great support. Where the places we get such great support now, we're going to lose that support also. So you need to, where the problem is, that's why I'm personally going to go to Eldorado Park. Have meetings with the people, listen, what's the problem, how can we fix it? And we must never be arrogant. We must learn. And leaders must learn when they get to Eldorado Park. Oh, this is how press do it. Whatever. Some of you are nothing without a PA. Let me tell some of you leaders in South Africa. You go around here being arrogant. Just niks onder die PA. Nie. Wait till you got 6 months without a salary. Dan gaan ons sien is hulle nog steeds so arrogant. We gave people credit cards, premiums, to buy food for the people. Months ago. One premier we saw, we're going through the stuff now, I'm told by the TG, he went to the bottle store with a PA credit card. How do you go to the bottle store with a PA credit card? How do you buy one McDonald's meal for you, but you buy cooked food for other people? You mustn't say Action SA is killing PA. Action SA is nowhere there in Eldorado Park. I love Mashaba, but I'm just saying, numbers don't lie. We are killing ourselves in Eldos. We might, I mean, I saw we won, 17 there, but still, it's not, Eldos is where we're supposed to do what we did in Easterus. Ek kom self Eldorado Park toe en ek gaan dinge regmaak daar. Last point is Western Cape. Guys, very short. They cooked the votes in listen to me in the Eldos. They cooked the votes in the Western Cape. They cooked the votes. We have lots of complaint. We've lots of complaint. We have places where people voted for the PA. Those people voted, they even took pictures of the ballots. And then when we look at the result, there's no PA there. So the DA was very dishonest with some of the workers of the IEC. We know that. We've complained in the past about the DA corruption. We complained about the DA corruption. We complained about the DA corruption in by-elections. Now South Africa has seen it. You know, you look at, let's take a party like NCC. They were robbed. I'm telling you, they were robbed. You look in Mitchell's Plain, NCC were robbed. You look at Al Jamaa in some of the areas, they were robbed. We're not going to leave it like that. Hulle moet nie met ons pikkelie, hulle moet nie met ons begin nie. You know, they say we've got 200 votes in Bishop Lavis, 292. That's not true. Even with the special votes, we had more than that. So, trust us that we're going to fix it. Trust us that we're going to fix it. Now the good news. The good news is that the PA is now also going to get money for the first time from national government. That money we're going to invest in jobs for the people and to build the party. The good news is that we're going to have positions open for jobs. We are going to hire our people. Where we have special votes, I'm talking about people went out to people's houses and they saw people, old people making the cross at PA. And people were standing in lines. Now they're saying we've got less than the special votes was voted in. The DA lag oor het. It's nothing to laugh about. We will not rest. And all the parties know there was corruption happening. But what you do in the dark will come out in the light. Let's wait for the process to unfold. But the best thing, just so you know, and I must now get ready to go to the Rock Center. The best thing is, number one, we were the 7th largest party in South Africa in 2021. Now we are the 6th largest party. We didn't have a representation in all 3 spheres of government. We didn't have national and we didn't have provincial. We now have national and we have provincial. En local. Ons is gerika, ons is uitgesot. As things stand now, we're one of the kingmakers in Northern Cape. We might be kingmakers in Gauteng, and we might be kingmakers when the vote is recounted in Western Cape. So the PA want a total recount, and that's what I end up today with. A total recount. Biza will go live when I'm at the Rock Center. Love you guys. Take care. We want the recount as the Patriotic Alliance. Hulle het ons gerop. Salute. Bye-bye.
uGayton Mackenzie we-Patriotic Alliance ubike ukuthi kunoqeqebane lama-billionaires elimfuna phansi uZuma.